Marmaduke's men running. I mean, oh my god. I might just turn this off, actually. I've nearly had enough. Welcome to Worms and Warriors, and welcome to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. This is our Confederate campaign, and no, it's not deja vu. We're starting this episode with the battle at Springfield, the same as the previous episode. Different forces, but the same outcome, I hope. We picked up a nice victory in the last fight, and this time should be no different. We've got McClelland with his Union Corps coming towards us. He's got somewhere around 17 to 20,000 men with a handful of guns, and we've got both Van Dorn's force, the Western Army, and Sterling Price's Missouri State Guard. Like 16,295 men with Sterling Price and Van Dorn on 26,500 men. We should be able to absolutely wipe him out here. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. McClelland's coming in from here along this road. I suspect he's going to march along this main road, come towards the crossing here at Edwards Place, or whatever that is, Wings or something. Let's have a quick look. We'll come out the HQ view. The Win Farm, maybe, something like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to deploy Price's Corps up here to cover this crossing, and Van Dorn's Corps at the bottom. I'm saying Corps, these are like the independent Corps, so they're Corps size units, but actually like independently operating. We may change this around and actually put these guys into an army. We've got Bowen's division here, cavalry, with McIntosh, that's the Arkansas Mounted Rifles. And then we've got the Indian Territory Cavalry with Marmaduke in charge. I've had a couple of requests to recruit Indian Territory Cavalry with Stan Waity in charge, which I will do once I have enough recruits. I have already recruited these guys. Maybe I'll just change the commander over and we'll change the name to whatever it was, the Cherokee Mounted Rifles or something I think people wanted, which is obviously a historical unit. Anyway, let's go back through these units. Again, if you just want to watch the battles, you can skip past this. It'll all be chaptered as always. So I'm just running through the units really quickly, see who we have available. I believe there are some units from viewers in this one. At least one, I think. I'll see if I can find them. We do have Hood's Texas Brigade as well. 1st Texas Volunteer Infantry. I can't remember if that was someone's. Sorry. We've got some nice artillery as well. Rifled artillery. Wheeler's Brigade. The Fort Towson Garrison. I think maybe we need to rename those guys. Graham's Legion. Oh yeah, here you are. Graham's Legion about to see their first combat. And the Cajun Brigade as well. We recruited these guys a while ago. They've already fought, but they're going back into this scrap. We also have the Fort Cobb Garrison. Again, I had to rename these dudes, and I will do that. Then we're up over here in the Price's force. We've got Blanchett's division. Again, it's just carved one unit under Hawes. Then we've got Rain's division, which is fairly large, coming up for 8,000 men. These dudes just fought in the last episode. Did a really nice job, actually. Some guys from Texas here. I can't quite click on them all, but Little's Brigade also did a nice job. Scurry, Smith, and Jones here with the Fort Caswell Garrison. This is our artillery division. We'll have to rename some of these units that are still called garrisons, because I took a bunch of units out of the garrisons, basically. We've also got Mosby Parsons with his brigade, Reynolds with his brigade, all under D.H. Hill. He's also backed up with some guns there. So let's get these guys deployed, and once I've done that, I will cut back in and we'll get started with this battle. Alrighty then, so we've gone with a fairly basic sort of deployment here. Now, I suspect the main attack is probably going to come at this section. It's difficult to get our guys here. We can only deploy to there, so I couldn't quite get them in. We've got a nice little natural fence line running along, which will be handy. I've put the guns under Gustavus Smith just here, but they're not going to stay there. We're going to move them over to here, probably. There's a little bit of high ground, so we're probably going to move them onto there. So help covering these areas. Rains' division, I'm going to march them over here, and they're going to take up a defensive position. Hill's guys will use this natural fence. The fence that's already there. You know what I mean. So if need be, these guys can just march back over. This is Graham's Legion as well. I've got them in reserve here. But yeah, so there we go. This is the lineup. We'll have to wait and see what he does, and we'll reposition accordingly. He's really outnumbered here. It's going to be a tough ask for him to get anything out of this fight. Certainly. I mean, well, he can actually be coming in from two different places, but you know, we'll see where this goes. We'll see how it works out. We can reposition. It's not a problem. Let's go ahead and give out some long range orders for our guys, though. Where's Van Dorn at? Over here. This is our rifled artillery just down here. Of course, we've got cavalry as well, which is mobile, and we can get them moving nice and quickly wherever they're required. And just while we're waiting for the Union to arrive here to come and give us a fight, I just wanted to mention that I'm actually away on holiday for a couple of days. So if you're following the series live, then there's going to be a few days where there's probably going to be no content. But don't worry, I haven't gone anywhere. Like long term, I'll be back and there'll be more content coming when I'm back. If I can, I'm going to try and get ahead a little bit. I might not. I've got a lot of things going on at the minute. Non-YouTube related things like family things. We're selling our house at the moment, and we've just had a nice offer, so the house is actually sold, well, pending all the bits of paperwork to go through. So it's a very busy time for us, basically. So, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get ahead and make more videos to cover while I'm away on holiday. I'm sure nobody's actually bothered, but just in case anybody is waiting. Oh, and there's an entry point here. I didn't actually even see that one. Just in case anybody is waiting for content, you know, it will be coming, but it might be a couple of more days. Simply because we are away. A couple of their little brigades on the march here, little cavalry regiments, it looks like. Let's bring our cav forward a little. Maybe do a little scouting here, I suppose. Yeah, these are really small little regiments, 250 men. 350 was it in that one? Well, anyway, pretty small. Our cavalry are now full brigade sized. Almost 2,000 men here under Marmaduke and 2,500 nearly under Mackintosh. He said McCulloch. But where's their main attack going to come from? That's the question. Are they going to do something tricksy? Are they going to come around our flanks? I'm not sure. But bring it on, McClellan. I'm happy to see what you've got. But oh, here we go. So are they going to push across this way? There's no other crossing that I can see. Unless they're going to go all the way along here. I mean, surely not. They can't be marching all the way along here, can they? Like, that would be ludicrous. But it's not something that is beyond the AI. Since they can see your defenses, you know, and he can obviously see there's a crossing point. That's not guarded so well. Alright, so if that's the game he's going to play, we're going to push forward with our cavalry, and we're going to give him a little fight here. We're not just going to let him go. Alright, so we're happy to push over if we need to. I'm fine to go and disturb him. Much as it's annoying as hell that he's doing this. Let's go, Polk. We're going to go on the offensive here. I'm not letting him just dictate the fight. Okay, boys, double time. Polk's men are not doing anything at all. They're taking an age to get over this, basically. DH Hill as well. Come on, boys, let's go. Double time. Get into this fight. So, I mean, unbelievably, Polk's men have still not gotten over this river. What the hell are they doing? Almost ready to break. Oh man, I'll just take forever. Polk's still not crossed this river. Polk's taking the piss. Get up there, you friggin' malingerer. Maury's brigade exhausted. How can you be? This is just annoying as hell. But, you know, we should be used to this by now if we play this game, and you should be used to the bullshit that comes along with it. Finally, the Cajun Brigade's on the march. Come on, boys, get in there. Yeah, broken. Shit. Marmaduke's still holding solid, so we should be okay for now. Hawes is getting his arse kicked as well. There's no time for dawdling here. No time at all. John Hood, get in there. Here's the Cajun Brigade engaging. Come on, get in there, guys. Graham's Legion on the march as well. Yeah, this fight turned out a lot harder than it should have done. Get up there, Cajuns. Come on, boys. John Bell Hood is just spinning around, not moving forward. Again, we should be used to this, but you know. Come on, Parsons. Into the fight. Now, if I start to withdraw him, he will break, so I'm just going to leave him in place. He's going to break either way. Marmaduke wounded. Oh, shit. That's not what we needed. Why is John Bell Hood not moving? Get in there. I'm sure you can tell that sometimes I get annoyed with this game. I really do. It's one of them really annoying lots of games. Parsons, he's going to get there just as they break. Come on. Graham, boys, getting in there. Get that gun blasted. Oh, so some of these guys have finally managed to come over the stream. Maury's exhausted. Certainly made hard work of this fight. I mean, broken brigades left, right and centre. I should have just redeployed the defence really instead of going forward, but yeah, hundreds of casualties. Brigade, oh, struggling here. Unbelievable that their artillery should stand. If that was our guys getting hit like that, the artillery would have fled. Jones, this is not going well at all. Oh, and Graham's Legion is doing a runner. We may get reform. Already lost anybody. What a piece of shit fight this was. Marmaduke's men running. I mean, oh my god. I might just turn this off actually. I've nearly had enough. I'm not usually one to rage quit or anything like that, but I mean, I'm pretty damn close if I'm honest. The bullshittery of this game is just... Jones' brigade about to break as well. This has been an absolute disaster. An absolute... Look at this shit. Maury's men are not even over the stream. I mean, oh. Greg has just decided not to march on and get engaged. He's just stopped there. Jones is broken. This is just... I mean, honestly, maybe Well, come on, Cajuns. Hill's brigade is only just on the march. I mean, what the... These guys, Greg's brigade, have pulled the march here like 4 times and they're just not doing it. Jesus, 3,390 casualties. Yeah, Greg's brigade again, I've pulled the march around and hit them in the flank. They're just not doing it. It's not happening. It's absolute garbage. The speed that your men march at is a joke. We've got a brigade that hasn't even crossed this stream. It's not like this is not like some raging river. It's a stream. This battle should have been an absolute walkover. It's taken D.H. Hill's division 2 or 3 hours to march from there to there. Truly pathetic. Truly pathetic. I know I'm a bit of a whinger for this game sometimes, but I mean, this is a joke. The artillery's finally moved to 10 yards across here. I mean, for God's sake. It's pathetic, honestly. It's absolutely pathetic. What the hell was that? Both those brigades just marched, turned their back on the enemy and marched backwards and back away from the fight. This is the most annoying battle I've ever had in this game. It's been garbage. Very, very poor. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments. I mean, obviously I made some mistakes myself. I probably shouldn't have gone on the offensive, but it's pathetic the way this works. Like how slow your men move. What kind of a meal they make out of marching half a mile or whatever. Why? What's going on here? Who? Oh, honest, this was terrible, but it ended up with a major victory. I don't see how we lost 4,000 men. Freaking piss take. Anyway, I'm not happy with that. Not in the slightest. And I'm really annoyed, actually, the way that went. Now I can't quit the battle. There we go. So that was poor, but it was at least a Confederate major victory. It wasn't worth the casualties. It wasn't worth the aggravation, if I'm honest. It was just absolute garbage. But we'll dust ourselves off. We'll go again. We'll do a better job next time. I'll know not to bother trying to attack the enemy in any way, shape or form if I don't have to, because that was utterly pathetic, that crossing of that stream. Absolutely pathetic. And ended up meaning we had to engage really piecemeal when there was no real reason for it. Why did it take D.H. Hill 3 hours to cover that distance? Why did it take Polk 3 hours or 2 hours or so to cross that stream? It just doesn't make any sense. Our cavalry got over there nice and quickly. I mean, obviously they're mounted, so I would expect them there first, which is what I did that for. But then, why the hell did the infantry take hours to cross that stream? So they had no support. Like, what the hell? Anyway, I'm annoyed with it. It was terrible. It was really bad. Captured 2,000 rifles and 3 guns. 803 prisoners were paroled. We need to maybe look at building a prison camp. So that means Van Dorn's caught around almost 3,000 wounded. Maybe we also need a hospital over here. I may build one down here in Arkansas. I haven't done much in the way of building anything, if I'm honest. But we do have availability now, so we can build a factory, which is something I've been looking to do. So let's get back into the campaign here. I know I've been griping and complaining about the battle, and I am annoyed with it. And, you know, I can accept that I made mistakes, but the way it panned out still was bollocks. But I'll stop whinging about it now. We'll get into the campaign. So we're holding our own in Virginia. We're kind of sitting in Kentucky. We're really outnumbered. There's a lot of Union troops up here. So we're not going to push any further. I want to create a 3rd corps in this Army of Tennessee region. And then the Trans-Mississippi, we need to try and hold our own. There's a lot of Union armies around here. They're trying to stop us from taking St. Louis, which, you know, obviously makes sense. But there's about 50,000 men right here. Then we've also got 2 or 3 or 4 armies down here. I don't even know there's that many. So we've got a few defamed guys here, but I think we'll be okay. I'm not going to take them out of there. There was also some officer casualties. Jones was wounded. Let's replace Jones. How is this all that's available? Hardly anybody. Okay, let's find somebody. Jones. Winder? I think he's okay. Oh, we've got artillery select, that's why. I was thinking it didn't look like very many guys there. Trimble? Nah. Bear? No, he's poor. Duncan looks okay. Churchill, he isn't. Political officer, where's he from? Arkansas. We could do with some more state support in Arkansas, so let's go ahead and get him in there. Hood. B. I think they did okay. Oh, my apologies to the to Graham's Legion's requester. We didn't do that well there. It's not their fault. It's obviously the way it worked out. But they did lost 150 men. They did engage that artillery. Well, screw it. At least they've lost their first combat debuff, and they'll get better in the next one. Maury, that was so disappointing. He took forever and ever and ever to get over there. Was anybody else wounded? Let's just check these guys. Oh, Marmaduke, yeah. Okay. And there we go. Stand Weighty. Weighty? I don't really know how you say that. But anyway, I'm going to put him in charge of this. And we're going to rename these dudes instead of Indian Territory Cavalry. They're from the Indian Territory anyway. So we're going to rename them the Cherokee Mounted Rifles. I think I've spelled that right. If it's wrong, I'll amend it after the episode. But yeah, so we've got him in there. That's obviously, yeah, it's nice. He's actually a nice looking, good looking commander here. Not as in he's a handsome devil, but he is. But I mean, his stats are pretty good. Okay, so I think that's a bit better for here. We're lagging behind in manpower. We're lagging behind in national support. National morale is pretty good. We did take Washington. But we're struggling for manpower, and it's going to be a difficult slog still, this. Letters of marque are still our policy that we're working on, but next we're going to work on Militia Act 3 to get us some more recruits in there. Okay, so we're going to play the campaign a little bit. We're going to see what's happening. I won't fight another battle in this episode because I haven't got lots of time, much as I would like to. But let's get going and see where it takes us. If you remember, we're also recruiting these guys here. The Army of Virginia. Which again, it's actually a core size unit. So maybe, let's have a think here. I'm thinking about making this a full army structure in the West. The West, the Trans-Mississippi. And Van Dorn is looking like the likely candidate for taking over there. Let's have a look. McCullough. Polk. I can't stand Polk. I mean, in real life, which prejudices me against him here. He's not amazing anyway. Do we have any of these commanders who are looking promising? Well, he's looking pretty good actually. But he wasn't 2 and everything before. Now he's not. Maybe it takes a little time for it to change. Okay. Anyway, who can I put in charge of the Western Army if I give Van Dorn the army command in the far west, in the Trans-Mississippi? Who have we got available? What about Claiborne? Let's have a look. I like Claiborne. He's one of my favourites. No, I don't think so. Bragg. Gideon Pillow is actually looking pretty good. I think we may go with Gideon Pillow. Let's have a look. McBride. Nathan Bedford Forrest, yeah. Also a likely candidate, but what about Joseph Johnson? But then who replaces him? That's the question. Maybe Pillow. Yeah, okay, let's get someone else in here instead of Pillow. Who we got? Anyone decent? Buckner. Simon B. Buckner. He's looking good. Actually, no, I'm going to leave Joe Johnson here, and I'm going to put Gideon Pillow in charge of the Western Army. And then we're going to form a new force in Arkansas under Van Dorn. Perfect. Army of the West. We're going to rename these guys the Trans-Mississippi Army. There we are then. So this is the Trans-Mississippi Army under Van Dorn. So he's got himself 40,900 men. We've got Pillow's Western Army. We've got Price and the Missouri State Guard. I'm just going to change that over. We're going to call it the Missouri Corps. And we've got the Trans-Mississippi HQ, which is just our recruiting unit. Excellent. So we did suffer a lot of casualties there, so let's move Fry out, and we'll send him into Pillow's Western Army to make up for some of those guys that just died. Got Springfield rifle muskets available. Okay, let's give them out. Cool. So this is reorganized then. Nice. We're pretty much still just holding the line here at Springfield. Let's find a place to build a factory. Okay, let's find some workforce that we have available. Let's pause it a moment. Workforce is obviously important. Very, very important for our purposes here. Workforce. Okay, there's not actually... There's not mountains of it available anywhere. I guess because most of our guys are in the army. What about here near Tuscaloosa? Yeah, cool. So let's find it. Company building. We also have enough subsidy to build a farm. But I think I'm not going to do that. Okay, but we will build a factory. Not really all that happy with the placement there. Yeah, this looks more like it actually around Columbia, South Carolina. Yeah, there. Nice. So we're going to have a new factory. That's a big deal for the Confederacy. I'm waiting for medium-range carbines to become available. Let's have a look how long away we are from that. We're also quite close to Austrian rifles, something to consider. Or do we keep waiting for the British rifles, which are obviously superior, but I don't know. We're close on Confederate rifles actually as well. They're not bad. It's lots of things to think about here. Medium-range carbines. Okay, so we're pretty close to that, so we'll just hang fire with everything. We're also working towards propaganda to try and improve the state support. We're also working on farm mechanization, and we're almost there. This is why I didn't want to build a farm, because we're almost here for this. This is going to improve farm output and get us more available volunteers. Let's press on with some time here. I've done enough talking. Oh, hang on. Slow it down. We've got movement. Okay. Joe Johnston's going to be in action here. He's going to be massively outnumbered. Army of Ohio, 23,000 men. Army of Illinois, 21,000. This is going to be a big, big fight. Yeah. Okay, so what else was I going to do? I was going to build a hospital down here at Carrollton. Now, hospitals are expensive. We haven't got much money, but we are doing a lot of fighting over here, and I feel this is going to help us with our guys recovering. I mean, it looks like we're going to be pushed out of Missouri, if I'm honest. We simply have not got the manpower to put in there. So, we've got Bartow at Fort Mahone. He's in here. He's got an infantry brigade from Kentucky. I'm going to leave them right there, actually. So we are actually getting better at support in Kentucky. It's risen to 46. Virginia slipped to 68. That was 69 in the previous episode. So, you know, it's not the best. So why don't we press up here and see if we can take Wheeling? But actually, no, let's not, because I think there's a large force up there. We've got our reserve corps here in the valley, but they're not going to engage these guys because they are very, very numerous. Now, we besieged Fort Monroe. We lowered the condition of the fort, but we didn't manage to take it. We're going to have to try again. So there's no way these guys should be able to just cross the river here, but they will. Let's see how this goes. Now, Johnson's Corps is very well armed, and they are experienced troops. So, I mean, we will fight, of course. The 213 regulators might see action here. So there, look. They've just crossed the river. There's no way they should be able to do that with our ships all over the place. How have they? How can they? Yeah, so they managed to cross this river, no problem at all. Like, what the hell? We've got a line of ships here and just nothing. Nothing to be done about it. We definitely need a third corps in this region. There's like so many enemy armies up there. Are they actually retreating? Is that because they came in contact with our fleet? I don't know, but whatever it is, they're... I have no idea. A bit odd. Looks like about 4 armies have just converged up there, and they're all pressing down on Joe Johnston. So I think maybe the time's come to abandon Cairo. We can't hold that against 3 or 4 armies. It's just not going to happen. Let's pull back to Columbus. If he gets the orders in time, which, you know, is not guaranteed either. In fact, it's looking likely that he definitely won't. Okay, so this has become a siege battle. Oh, it hasn't, because Joe Johnson actually managed to pull out there. We'll let them have Cairo. It's just, we can't hold that. I can't hold on to this. This is flipped to our control, so I'm going to burn it down. I'm waiting for Pillow's readiness to go up, and we're going to go on a little fighting spree here. And then we may well push up with the Missouri Corps and see what we can do out St. Louis. We need a third corps in Tennessee. It's just there's no doing this with two only. So medium range carbines are available now. Let's get them put in. Propaganda is not yet ready. So the Jocelyn rifle carbine, I like that weapon. 300 yard range on that. 10 rounds per minute. Maynard, 300 yards as well. The Merrill, 300 yards and 9 rounds per minute. Okay, what about the Maynard have? 12 rounds a minute. The Merrill's pretty damn good. Actually, they're all pretty damn good. I'm going to order 5,000 of each. That's expensive. It's going to probably drop our credit rating a bit. Letters of marque issued. Privateering made legal. Okay. We had to issue bonds. Yeah, we are definitely dropping down on the old front there. 43.1 days for Military Act 3. That's a long time. The Army through Ohio has popped up here. I'm going to take the Army to the Northwest a little closer. Let's give them scouting orders. I want to take them up to here. Let's see if we can see if anybody's at Wheeling. If not, we're going to go up there and we're going to wreak some havoc. Some of the men are starting to arrive in the Army of Virginia. Nice. Okay, so maybe there's nothing at Wheeling. I want to send him up there. West Virginia Militia, alright. Let's try a little offensive here. I'm going to try and push up into Indiana. Got guys pushing south. Okay, so how come we haven't liberated this supply depot? Oh, a big friggin' fight over here. 1,700 men have low morale. I'm not sure why exactly, but we're going to fight down here again. Cadwallader's come back. Army to Ohio and Army to Illinois. About 44,000 men. We've got pretty even numbers, actually. We've got more guns, but, you know, it'll all depend on the situation if we're defending or attacking. But we're going to fight down here again. Van Dorn will be in overall charge. I don't know why Pillow's here on the picture, but let's do it in the next episode. So it's the same place again. Another Battle of Springfield. It's like beginning a bit like deja vu. Same shit again and again. Anyway, we're going to see if we can beat him here. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode despite my kicking off in that battle at the start. I'm really annoyed with it, the way it goes sometimes. Let's hope it's better here. Let's hope it goes well. Hopefully I'll see you in the next episode. I hope you're having a great day, whatever it is you're doing today. And I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra for now.